heard a debate tournament described as sort of a swim meet or a track meet for your mouth. It's kind of the way it is. So it's kind of a marathon talking.
It's like we got first. Amelia and Leo. They got fourth.
You're right. Exactly.
Studies show that it's the success skill of the 21st century, being able to, being willing to speak, not afraid to speak, being able to speak well, but also the aspects of critical thinking, how to determine what's wrong with ideas and what's right with them, how to think on your feet, and how to deal with difficult rhetorical situations. The world's format as a format for competition in America is not that old, because America had its own debating formats and its own way of doing everything, and we seem kind of resistant to doing things the way the rest of the world did. But increasingly, it's a global world, and people are going all over and cooperating with each other, and so this format became very important. Claremont Colleges in California sponsored the first one, and then last year it was at Portland State University in Portland, Oregon, and there were about 60 teams that attended. And this year is year number 4, and it's the first time it's ever been in the East, and we have 126 teams, and we're very excited. How those debates look? Well, they're very interesting and dynamic debates. First of all, you get the topic, or it's called the motion, 15 minutes in advance.
The motion for the semi-finals. This House believes the United States should actively undermine the International Criminal Court.
And then the teams prepare, but they cannot use the internet, cannot talk to anyone except their one debate partner, and so it has to be in their head. And then there are 4 teams in one room. 2 are saying yes and 2 are saying no. And at the conclusion of the debate, the judge ranks them 1, 2, 3, 4 as to who did the better job of debating. Now these 2 teams on the same side are on the same side, but they're also competing against each other. But they can't contradict or go against the other team on their side. That would be disloyal, and you would never do that in Parliament. It's a difficult strategic thing because you have to both cooperate and compete against the other team on your side.
Whatever bribes it takes. We have 2 substantive points and then some more in a second. I'm going to be talking about the idea of the basic US national interest. What principles US foreign policy is based on.
The likelihood of complete idiots being in charge of war crimes tribunals, regardless of whether they're temporary or permanent, you seem to think that people will be smarter in temporary tribunals, ad hoc tribunals, is quite low.
You know what name is claimed when these punishments are handed down? They say it's crimes against humanity, but really it's violation of international, e.g. European law.
Then maybe terrorism takes a back seat in those negotiations, or other issues we care about, or the Mideast peace process. You don't like to that's really problematic. What did they get up here?
They've talked to you about how this happens in the immediate sense, why the U.S. is an immediate need. What I'm going to do is take a larger view and show how the ICC damages the process of justice as it pertains to Reconstruction, and I'm going to illustrate first the principles of what the ICC...
These aren't static bodies which are entirely entangling from the outset and which require pretty much a priori certain American convictions regardless of what America has to say about the issue. No thank you. That's not the kind of politics that would ever fly.
In American debate, they like cross-examination. In this format, there are points of information, and this is how they work. If you're giving a speech, members of the opposing team may rise to ask you a question. You may either accept them, yes, I'll take your point, or you can go, no, thank you. But it's expected that you'll take 2 points during your speech.
That's the sort of philosophy you can see. Go.
So they're very voracious and excited about it, and we love that.